Hi, what we're looking at today is the knots that I use when I'm making my crazy yarn. Okay, this here is a ball of crazy yarn. As you can see, it's just all those little ends of yarn, all your bits and pieces that you have left over when you finished your project. You've perhaps woven in your ends and you've got just short little lengths left over. Tie them all together and you've got a whole new ball of yarn to use. So the process is quite simple, okay? The knot that I use is called an overhand knot. Now, most of you possibly even learned this knot as a child, okay? You just didn't know that it had a name, okay? It's called the overhand knot. You need to get your ends together of your two pieces of yarn so that they sit at the same length like that. And we're going to create a loop, okay? Just like that. You see we've got the loop here. The tail crosses over the front of the main length of yarn, okay? Then we're going to tuck that tail around the back and just pop it through the loop, just like that, okay? That will be your knot. We're just going to tighten that, okay? The best way I find is to pinch the ends between your thumb and your finger, okay? And I'm going to encourage that knot to slide all the way up to my fingertips there, okay? And then tighten it, alright? What that leaves me with is maybe, an inch or just under an inch of yarn. The two little ends sticking out there, okay? And I've got my knot. Now this knot is very, very secure, okay? The more tension that I put on this yarn by pulling each length, all that is doing is actually tightening that knot, okay? By pulling on this, you're not going to pull that knot apart, okay? It's just not going to happen. All you're going to do is tighten the knot and make it more secure. So you don't need to panic that as you're working with this yarn, it's going to fall apart on you, okay? Because it just won't happen. Alrighty, let's do the knot again for you, just to give you another example. Got my ends together, wrap into my loop, tuck the tail through, okay, pinch the ends and tighten the knot. There we go. Find the end of that. Let's get another piece going. Okay, if I get a piece of yarn like this which just seems too fine compared to the others, I'll just double it over. Okay, so I'm going to use that doubled like so. Get my ends together, wrap, and we're done. Okay, very simple process. Over and over and over again, okay? You'll find you develop quite a bit of speed with it, okay? Sorry, I've taken off without showing you. There's our loop. Tuck it through and tighten it off, okay? Before you know it, you'll have your ball of crazy yarn like this and you'll be able to get started on a project, okay? There's my scrappy blanket from earlier. You can see the way it works up. All the little tufts stick out all over the place. Okay, and I just love it. I think it looks fantastic.